Okay, I'm gonna try to do this all in one take, but it may be kind of messy because I'm very angry and I'm very sad and I'm very thankful. Just a mix of emotions going on with everything that's happening with TikTok. I'm so angry that our government just blatantly ignores the desires of the people and pulled the rug out from 170 million Americans from an app that's a source of like entertainment, but information and a job for a lot of these people, for small businesses. I'm sad that because I don't know what the future is going to be like. I don't know where we're all going to go. And I'm sad that this isn't like a part of my life anymore, most likely. I'm so thankful that I not only got to experience TikTok as a viewer, and learn everything that I did and laugh at everything that I did and be radicalized by everything that I was. But I'm so thankful that I got to be a creator for y'all, that I got to make content that was engaging and exciting, and y'all were reliable, consumers of my stories, and that it was so validating that y'all could understand and like relate to the things that I went through with my job. And I feel like we all kind of, connected and were able to kind of be there for each other and share stories and, comfort one another. It was like, yeah, that was terrible. Or, you definitely were right. And, your stance on that. And I loved meeting y'all in person. I loved watching y'all figure out that I am who I am and getting, excited to approach me and ask me for a photo or a hug or something. And I hope that all of y'all that I did meet, like, understand how much that does mean to me. Because I never thought that I'd be that impactful on people. And because of TikTok, I was. It's absolutely amazing, and I'm very thankful for this experience. I do want to keep posting on YouTube. I'll put a lot of my existing videos now over there, and maybe I'll check out Blue Sky or PixelFed, but you will not be seeing me on any Meta platform. I will not be on Facebook, I won't be on Instagram or Threads. I've already deleted all those apps, and I really encourage y'all to do so as well, because there's 170 million of us, and if we all take action against Meta and tell our Congress that they really screwed up by allowing themselves to be bought out by Mark Zuckerberg. Also, you don't need a crappy, misinformed, like data stealing app on your phone anyway. Like, just get rid of them. But I kind of hope that we don't all flock to another app. I hope that we can go outside, with all this time that we're going to be saving from just scrolling on our phones. Maybe we'll be taking real action outside of this. Maybe we'll be meeting each other outside of this app. But I hope that this seemingly, disaster right now turns into something really great for all of us, and bringing us closer together, and being there for each other, because it truly is a top and bottom fight, not a right and left. So I love all of y'all so much. This was one heck of a ride. I'm gonna miss you, and I wish the best of luck for all of you. Okay, so we know how trauma will repress memories. I just realized that there's a whole job that I had, that I worked at for months, that I have never told a single story about. I was thinking about it, how could that have happened? How could I have worked at this job for so long and not once told a story about this job? And I realized it's because, unlike my other jobs that I enjoyed as a whole and had isolated incidents of crappy customers or bad management, what be it, this job was like a literal nightmare the entire time. Trying to convey the horrendous time that I had in the form of a skit just seems impossible, because there was so much happening. So I had only even ended up working at this job because it was a new sister restaurant that was opening up to a restaurant I was already working at. They were located in the same building. I was working at Fine Dining Private Club at the top of this building, and then this was an open to the public, supposed to be an elevated bar kind of thing, that was going to be on the 3rd floor. Before this place opened, they were advertising themselves as they were going to be the new hot spot of downtown, because it's up on the 3rd story. You can kind of look out over the city a little bit, and it's going to have elevated bar food and stuff, and it was supposed to be so cool, so popular, so fresh, whatever. The day before this place opens up, the manager asks me if I can help out on the opening day, and I was like, I don't know how much I can help with, because I don't know the POS system, I don't know the menu, I don't know table numbers, I don't know the staff, I don't know anything. Help with opening day, and it is a shit show. It was terrible. But they asked me to keep helping, and I said, well, I already have another job, and I'm in school, so I can give you, 1 day a week if you just need hands. This elevated menu literally made me want to kill myself. They had some nachos and some little burger sliders, And I think that's the only thing that fell in the category of like elevated bar food. It's like, oh, do you want to come to this bar, at 1 o'clock in the morning and get some cocktails and, some chicken wings or some french fries or like cheese sticks? Well, too bad. We've got scallops. We've got olive tapenade. Like, we don't have french fries, but we have foie gras or whatever, that fatty duck liver. Which, like, the food by itself was not bad food. It was bad food to try to be bar food. It was a little bit bad, actually, because when they built this floor to, like, make it into a restaurant, they didn't put a kitchen in it. They put what's called a hotbox kitchen, which is not near as fun as it sounds. The actual kitchen was on the floor of the restaurant that I worked at, the 17th floor. And then the kitchen that was on the 3rd floor, the hotbox kitchen, was just like a room full of ovens and microwaves, because all the food would have to be prepared up here, shuttled down on this old ass service elevator that takes like literally 9 minutes to get from floor to floor, and then just gets warmed up in the hotbox kitchen. And everyone noticed. Every customer noticed that this tasted like pre-made food that's just being warmed up and is being charged, average plate of like $17. Like, I cannot tell you how many times I would greet a table. They wouldn't know crap about the menu. I didn't either, but I would try to explain what the intention is. Like, oh, these are share plates. It's like tapas. Like, I'll get some waters and give you a few minutes to look over the menu, and I would come back to the table with waters, and they're just gone. And the people that did stay, tried to give it a chance, but ultimately just ended up ordering the burgers, like the teeny tiny little sliders, or the nachos. So we ran out of those like immediately, because that's the only thing anyone was ordering. So we're like, great, sorry, like I know you've been waiting an hour for your food to be put in a microwave, but we're out of it, so do you want to try something else? And they'd leave like after cussing me out, which was always so much fun, but they would leave, so no money for anybody. And the lady that was managing it, I mean, she also was at a different sister restaurant that got asked to help and got thrown into it like I was. So, like, sorry about that lady, but she was batshit, made the whole thing so much worse. Her stupid husband was the main chef, and they were always fighting, and he was super disrespectful. The POS system made no sense. A lot of the staff was cool, but a lot of the staff sucked. And every day, I kept thinking that it was going to get better. I'm like, surely we've ironed out some kinks, this will get better. I told them I could give them 1 day a week. They kept giving me 2 to 3. It never got better. It was always so stressful. So you understand, like, as proof of my headspace when I was working at this job, one of the hosts was doing little caricatures of all the staff and providing like little speech bubbles that had like little things that they always say. Like, this one girl was just always talking about like the food that she was going to get afterwards. So her little speech bubble was like, I think I'm going to get Arby's after this. My little caricature had angry eyebrows, and its speech bubble said, I'm going to fucking jump. Because we were on the 3rd floor, and every single day I thought, is it worth ending it right now? And honestly, if I wasn't like looking forward to my wedding, I probably could make some of those things into a skit. So let me know if you want it. It would just be so chaotic, and it's just so ridiculous that there's this whole like untapped like source of content, because it was so terrible and so stressful that my brain, like, whenever I stopped working there, my mind was like, forget it, that was so terrible, don't look back, like, don't acknowledge it. But there was some juicy drama, so let me know if y'all even care about these skits anymore, but I'll do it.